Afternoon everybody, my name's Nicole. I'm the North Island Stitcher of the North Island of New Zealand. Makes sense when I'm the North Island Stitcher. It has been approximately a month, just over a month since my last video. Now I did want to try and do a video every 2 weeks. Well, that's not happening as well as I would like it to be. 2 weeks ago I had my 7-year-old and my stepdaughter both had COVID, so that was a fun time for us. Not really. They're both perfectly fine now, which is awesome. I am guessing they probably picked it up from Symphony in the Hut, which is where my 9-year-old performed on stage with the Wellington Symphony Orchestra playing her violin. Super proud of her. They all did an absolutely amazing job. So yeah, we were careful, but COVID takes no prisoners basically. You get it whether you want to or not. So let's get to what this video is going to be all about, which is cross stitch and the progress I've made. I've got some finishes. I've got 2 finishes, lots of progress, and there is a bit of haul because I went to a stitchy day, and some of what I bought was from an estate sale, sadly. Sad the reason why I have it, but I'm hoping that she'd be happy with the fact that it's gone to a place where it's going to be loved and used. That's what I'd want when I go anyway. So let's get off the morbid subject and get on to what we want to get on to, what we need to. Now I have worked on a few projects. The first one was the Mary Poppins sale that I'm doing with Judy from An Aussie in a Kiwi World, and Nicola. She's not on FlossTube, but she's a regular commenter on both of our FlossTubes, and she's an absolutely amazing lady. Nicola, head up, look. And this is where I have got to with my Mary Poppins sale. Now this chart I bought off Etsy. I can't remember the shop name, I do apologise. I will try and remember to put the link down the bottom. But we'll see how we go. The colour's not looking right, it's more of a red. Oh, could be about right, a burgundy colour. But it's a bit brighter than that, it's washed out slightly. That's where I've got to. I don't have a before pack, I'm afraid. If I find one, I will obviously add it with the photos that I put up at the end. But that is my Mary Poppins sale. That's where I've got to. It's a pretty big one that I'm doing. I've started down here in the corner, and that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. But I'll probably be adding colours, but that's me. I can never stick with a plain colour. Never have been able to. I apologise for going out of the view of the camera if I do every now and then. I'm just popping things up on the side of my, I've got a little table here by the window, so I'm just popping things up there because I don't want to put them on the floor. The next one I worked on, which I did get a small amount of progress on before I changed over to the Mary Poppins sale. Whoops, sorry if I showed the chart. Is the Shores of Orca and Hollow. Now I had all the outline done of the boxes, and when I did some more I finished off the water on the last block. So that's where I got to. Oh, not sure how many days I worked on. I think that was a couple of days, because that was when I was having a lot of pain with my arm still. That's a lot better. Hopefully going back to work on the 3rd of July. Looking forward to that. I'm missing going to work. I did spend a weekend re-inputting a lot of the stitches into, I think, 10 of the designs that I had into Pattern Keeper. If you recall from a previous video, I had my tablet stolen, and so I couldn't work on a lot of my projects because they were in PK, which is Pattern Keeper. So I did spend a lot of time re-inputting some stitches one weekend because I couldn't do much else that particular weekend. And one of them that I did was my sea turtle. Now when I got back to this, I had to fill in re-put in all this these stitches here, because that's all filled in, and a good portion of these. And when I did some more stitching on it, I did all of this under the section, under this part here. I did all of the white and some of the lighter blue. This is Sea Turtle from Paine Free Crafts, and that's going to look like this when it's finished. Sorry for the glare. It is after lunchtime here on the 21st of June, and it's actually quite a nice sunny day, so we're enjoying the weather while it's looking good. So, all the lovely pretty colours for a sea turtle. So that's from Paine Free Crafts. That was a kit I bought last year. If you hear noise in the background, the neighbours are cutting wood, and I didn't want to wait any longer to do a FlossTube. If it's annoying, I do apologise in advance. I did have a new start for Orca 1 from Artecy. This was a chart I'd bought not all that long ago, and this is the one that this is what it's going to look like. I ended up doing about 5% of it already, or just over 4%, sorry. And that was just in one stitching evening. I was really pleased with that progress. And kitted it up myself, all the lovely colours. Doing it 2 over 1, 10 stitch on 25 count. And that's the progress so far. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is quite a bit, and it's just like a story keep like Haid do, or crop like Paine Free Crafts do. So yeah, I'm really happy with that progress. So we'll just pop these over here, stack them up as we go. The next one that I started, because I did start another one, and that was Sakura, Swallows and Sakura. Another Paine Free Crafts. This is one of the kits that I have recently received. I've got a thing for black and white designs. I've got a few going. One of them I think is at about 30%. I should pull it out and get some more done on that one. And all the colours, lots of black and white and some splashes of red. And this is where I got to. This is on 28 count. I think I'll pop that there, that might help. There we go, that looks better. Swallows and Sakura. So we'll just pop this over there. That's in one of my bags, one of my long ones that'll fit an 11 by 17. Just pop that up there. I did do some work on one of my stamped kits. Sorry, crinkle crinkle. Don't really want to say where I got it from because I can't say for sure whether or not it's a copyright infringement or not, but I'm still going to work on it. I'm not going to throw it out. And it's of a horse. And although it doesn't look very good here, but I'll probably, no, I can't really show that because that's on the chart. That would make things even worse. This is what it looks like. It's not the clearest there, but that's what I've stitched on so far. It's this part of the mane here, and it's his nose here. And I did a lot of this dark brown colour all right across, so it's filled in quite a large amount. So quite happy with the progress on that one. That was one where I just, while my kids were sick, I had the flu and sounded absolutely terrible, couldn't count to save my life, and so I pulled out the stamped kit. I tend to use them for when, you know, you have moments of no one's feeling all too well. So that's all the whips that I worked on. I did work on 2 other whips which have resulted in 2 finishes. The first one was one I started back in 2020. And this is one of Long Dog Samplers, the Foursome Reel cross stitch pattern set. Now I've already finished this one, back in 2020 I would think, and I started this one, and this is the one I've finished, and this is the one I'm about to show. Still have to do these two, but I've got them printed off and I'll get them stitched at some point. So we start at the bottom. So there in the middle of that motif there, I've put my initials and the date I finished it, and put it back. I use the main colour, which is this one here, is a Silks for You colour, and majority of the rest are a lot of Thread Pickers silks from the UK. And the black here for the swan is a Moselle single strand silk, and the white is a Moselle single strand silk as well. Everything else is Thread Pickers apart from this main colour here. So I'm really happy with that. This is on a 14 count coffee dyed fabric that I dyed a long time ago. It's quite long, but I'm really happy with that. So that was my first finish, and then I thought, okay, what next can I finish of all these whips that I have? So I started ages ago, and I can't find where I've put the pattern for it. I had started a counter canvas work. Now at the time I couldn't get the counter canvas that you use, and I had a piece of Davos fabric which seemed to work well for it, and I'm really happy with the result. This is called Starry Skies. I think it's a Just Nan design. If I can get the link, I will pop a link down the bottom, or I will at least put the information so you can find where they are. They're still running, they're still going, you can still buy the charts. But yeah, I changed out a lot of the colours because we couldn't get the threads here. I'm really happy with that finish. So that was 2 finishes under my belt, which I was really pleased with. I then went on to, this is the last whip that I worked on. I then went on to Cat Lovers from Jardin Prive. I was stitching this with Nara from Nara's Crafts. She's also on FlossTube. She has recently put up a FlossTube, and she's finished hers the other day, literally on Sunday. Here, we started it together, she finished it together. I'm likely to finish mine hopefully tomorrow night, fingers crossed. So this is where I have got to with Jardin Prive's Lovers. I'm doing this on 18 count ecru. Now I know all the cats are a different colour, because they're representing different cats that we have owned or we've had to pass on. One of my friends has my black cat, because at the time my stepdaughter was absolutely frightened of them, so in order for her to be comfortable, we gave my cat to a friend of mine. He's very happy there. He's now 17-18 years old, and he's a lovely boy. And that's my black cat there. His name's Chico. And I've changed the colours out. We've also got my daughter's cat when she's with her dad, Mellow. She's a tortoiseshell cat, so she's black, grey and brown. And she's a lovely cat too. And then of course there's my cat Paws. Now I have outlined him because he's a white cat, and so I have outlined him so we can actually see him on the fabric. And obviously we have one more cat to go, and my husband, when he was growing up, had a cat called Jake. He was a black and white cat, so we'll be doing him as a black and white cat. And so as you can see, I only have this area here to do. I'm hoping to get the 2 motifs that are here done, and the other little ones to go, and a cat. And there's one big motif, so I'm hoping to have this one finished tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. All the silks are from Silks for You. I don't have all the, oh yes I do, here's all the colours here, right here. So they're from the Silk of the Month or the Season Silks that I'm part of to do them. The only difference is the white and the black single strand silks, which I've used here for my cat Paws and in Mellow, and for Chico up here in the black. that's the most single strand silk. So I'll just pop that behind there. I should have had a whiteboard nearby, be easier to show, put in the back. So that's my progress to date. So yeah, hoping to get that one finished really soon, so we'll just pop this one over here, pop the bits there. After I have finished Cat Lovers, I do plan on getting on with, just move the threads out of the way, do plan on getting on with Jan Hex Florographica. I'm in a finishing mood. Before I go back to work I want to have a few finishes under my belt so there's less whips. Because at the moment I think I'm on 74 now that I've had some finished, which is quite good. Started a few because I had a couple of finishes earlier last month. So these are all the colours for Florographic, they're just DMC. So I'm pretty happy with my colour choices. I've changed some out. So Florographica is this one. Photo doesn't do it justice. From Jan Hex Creates. And where I'm up to at the moment with that is this one, which is on Mystic Stitch Snurt, which I had a couple of years ago bought this piece of fabric from Cat Stitch. She's on FlossTube as Cat Stitch. So that's what I plan on working on. I haven't got any other plans to start anything else at this point in time. But, you know, you never know. Our stitches can't sit still for long when it comes to our stitching. So I guess now that brings us to our haul. I had purchased a few things off our local, as in New Zealand, sale page for cross stitch and that. I apologise if I can't remember all the names. I don't have my phone right behind me so I can't look it up, but please know that I am ever so grateful for being able to get them. I love all that I got. So I bought a piece of Nougat fabric. I'm not sure who dyes it or if it's just a standard colour, but it's from Zweigart, Fine Ada 20 count. Nougat. I'm not sure what I'll stitch on it yet, but it's such a little pretty chocolatey colour. I got a piece of fabric from Art and Frame. If you recall, I mentioned how I'd ordered a piece from Art and Frame for the Shores of Hawk Run Hollow, but it wasn't in time before I went to the retreat, so I ended up buying a piece. Ended up being the same colour, just a different count. This is 18 count. This is country, vintage antique. The same colourway, vintage country mocha, which I'm really I love that colour. I'm not sure what I'll stitch on it, but it'll come in handy. I also bought this chart because there's a friend of mine who has we actually caught up last week. She came down for a visit from Hamilton. She's an absolutely wonderful lady. She would definitely not agree with me calling her a lady, but yeah, she's an absolutely wonderful person. She's been there during some times that I've really struggled with, so I want to stitch that for her, and I know she'll appreciate that. Maureen, local lady, I think she lives in Tawa or Mana, which is not that far from me, and she was putting up about this one, and so I popped up, yes please. It's an absolutely gorgeous little chart. It's a Mirabilia, and she also had a piece of this fabric left over. This isn't so much a stitching fabric, this is a fabric that you can make things with. I plan on making some project bags. It's the perfect fabric for it. Scissors and thimbles and needles and lots of awesome things. And thread. Yep, definitely going to be making a couple of project bags with that. And some other offcuts which I can use, you know, for needle minders, not needle minders, sorry, orc catchers, that's the one. Now another couple of ladies had some charts up that I really like, and so I bought the Prairie Schooler Christmas Eve. Such a neat little chart. And there's also, how can I do this without showing other parts of it? So it's also 3 little smalls with that because it's a chart, so I don't want to show them. Oh, here we go. Sorry for the glare, guys. So we'll just use Florographica to do that. So there's that one. Also ordered a Lizzie Kate design, which I really like. And some snowmen. Need to do some more Christmas decoration type things to put on my tree, so if I do them on a smaller count fabric, they will work nicely on my tree. There's that one, and this one, which is 2 patterns, which is the white tiger, just the face, and him lying down in the snow. He's just stunning. Love this wee little guy. So that's all of those. And recently, yesterday actually, I found this wee frame. It's the one where it has the plastic that slides in the slots down the end. I'll use that on my gust stand. So I'm quite pleased about that. That was an awesome find. Now, this is from the estate sale that I bought. And because I paid more than what was asked because I didn't think it was fair, and I felt they needed, you know, more to go towards the family of this lady. She had some awesome wee kits and things. So the first one is this Dimensions sleigh. Absolutely love it. And a Santa, which is also lovely. There was this kit available. Now I'm probably not likely to do it on the linen, but they also had a piece of fabric from Country Stitch, virtually the same colour. It's got the kit, all the threads and everything, so I will swap it out onto the even weave because I prefer even weave over linen. So I'm really happy with that. Just need to get the chart photocopied. We picked up Bella Filipina, the Star of Christmas. Absolutely gorgeous. Glendon Place, the Nativity. Really happy with that. A chart for a buttons and beads cappuccino. Got a couple of coffee drinkers in my family. This one is just a stunning chart. It's gorgeous. So we'll do that at some time. We picked up a few Mirabilias. This one is Sleeping Beauty. Now I know these are all OOP, so I was very lucky to find these. That's Sleeping Beauty. Garden Verses. Rose Celebration. Adia the Garden Fairy, and I apologise if I screwed that name up. Adia or Adia. But loving that. Also found some lavender and laces. So I'm not sure of the name of this one, but I'll just take the photo out of it because I don't want to take the chart out. They're very delicate, so I've already went and got them photocopied to protect the charts. There's this lavender and lace. I'm not sure of the name. Angel of Grace, and the other one is Angel of Hope, which is this one. I've always loved the elegant ladies, so we'll pop them down there. We also picked up another couple, Angel of Mercy, but it doesn't have the photo with it, so I can't show that because of the copyright. Don't want to show the chart. But I also picked up Lady of the Thread. So I'm really, really happy with those. Another kit that I picked up was Sleeping Beauty from Busilla. Not sure when I'll start this. There's no fabric in there, but that's okay. I picked up lots of pieces of fabric, which I'm not going to show individual. I'll just hold it up and say this is the fabric that I got. So that one's that one, and this one, which I was absolutely shocked to find. And I know Narissa from Narissa's Stitching Lifestyle. She's going to be starting this in August, September. And this is the Dutch sampler. And she's daring me to start it with her. I'm debating it. Because she's, as Narissa would put it, she's a big girl. So we'll see. So I picked up some big cats. And we all love a few dragons. I was born year of the dragon, so dragons kind of speak to me. So we've got that, and I wanted to try some biscornus, so I picked up this one. I don't stick with one particular style. I'm quite eclectic with my choices. And carrying on with my canvas work, I've got this one, and picked up an elephant, a couple of elephants, which is quite cool, and an eagle. I don't know if I'll do the background, but I like the eagle. And Christmas Joy. I think that'd be quite lovely. It's Elizabeth Designs, yeah, Christmas Joy. And lastly but not least, oh, that's just the way she has her thing, so we'll just make sure that's it. And we've got this one, another canvas work, which is quite a pretty one as well. Lancing, I think that one's called. So that one's that one. Now lots of fabric, lots of even weave. That one's got a piece of linen in it, so that might go as a giveaway one day, but lots of even weaves. Love this purple even weave. It's really, really pretty. It's a lilac colour. We've got some pink. We've got a sparkly piece. Silver sparkles. And bag of lots of bigger pieces of linen. We also picked up some silks because she had some silks. There was some silks available. This is stranded silk, colour 55145. It's a pretty colour. And some water lilies. And that's Soie Crystal. 12 ply silk. Silk's 5.5 meters. So there's a 4 zeros for that one and 198. There's also, this one's the water lilies, which is wheat fields. So that one's quite, I like that one. That's quite pretty. Oops. Just dropped a couple. There's a water lilies. This one is terracotta. So that one's quite cool too. It's quite a pretty colour. Oh, dropped a tag. Colour streams. Ophir. It's a yellow. Colour streams. Another Ophir. Must be, that one's fuchsia. And straw, not Ophir. Ophir is the type it is. Straw. Hope that helps. Yeah. And straw. There's the tag that's come off. I think this is a Felted and Threads one. It's a bamboo thread. That's a lovely colour combination. And then the reds, which is quite pretty. And this one is what it's come off. Yep, iced lavender. Karen water lilies. Another colour streams, which is peaches. And a Silken Colours. Not sure what that says, but it's fern green, which is quite cool. So yeah, really happy with all of that. Just sorry that the reason why I've got it is because someone's passed away. No one likes to hear that someone has passed away. Yeah, the only other mail I got was from Stitchin Colours, a New Zealand lady who's making a lot of floss drops, and she's also making some bag tags. Now the floss drops are like this. Put them on a ring, put your floss in here, put what's left of what you've used off a strand there, and obviously, whoops, put it on the ring with a small hole. Thought I'd give these a go. She put in a little bag tag at the same time with it, so that'll go in the same project. Got to pick a project to start to put that in. Maybe that big girl sampler could be it. We'll soon find out. I've watched a few FlossTubers lately because there's not a lot of others things I can do. So, well, there hasn't been. I'm able to do a lot more now, which I'm pleased about. So the FlossTubers I've been watching are Cat Stitch. I've caught up with Cat Stitch. And yeah, we'll go into more about Cat Stitch and Nara's Crafts after I've said about the FlossTubers I've caught up on. I've watched Kel Stitches. I've caught up with her. Love the project she's working on. She's a fellow, you know, full coverage lady as well. But I like to do a lot of different types of samplers as well. I don't stick with one type. Dizzy Stitcher. I've got his latest Stitch for Me to Stitch With You, which that one. Up on the big screen at the moment. I'll continue watching that once I've filmed my FlossTube. I binge watched all of Narissa's stitching lifestyle. I heard about her not the Saturday just gone, previous Saturday, no, Friday, and she was saying she does FlossTube. Well, I asked the question because she was talking about FlossTube, and so she said what her channel was. I went and subscribed, and after we had the video chat, I went and binge watched her videos, and then the next day I binge watched the rest of her videos. Obviously an Aussie in a Kiwi world, Judy she's up in Thames. Love her videos, love her variety of what she stitches. She doesn't stick with one either, but she loves her frogs. Give her a frog and she's happy. Creative Lee, she lives just up further up the line than where I am, but we're, you know, fairly close together. She joins in on the video chats as well, and we just have a really good laugh. It's an absolute hoot catching up with the ladies on the Friday night. Brenda and the Serial Starter, I've been catching up on a few of their videos lately, and I guess I like long videos, so I don't have to pick a new one to watch. After watching Narissa's stitching lifestyle, she kept talking about saltbox stitcher, so I went and popped on and had a look at the saltbox stitcher, and she's funny. Husband's funny with his quirky comments that he comes out with, and yeah, I'll stop saying I really enjoyed watching her videos, so I'll be watching more of hers. I'll have to go back and watch some earlier ones. That coming out a lot. I caught up with Wombat Hollow Crafts the other night, and yeah, she's got some of the same ones that I'm doing. She's into diamond art as well. I do diamond art, but I'm not likely to show that on here, but that's okay. The other one is Just Keep Stitchin' with Pam and Steph. They are funny. You can't help but laugh every time you watch them. They give you just a huge laugh. It's funny. Love watching them. So I've said 4 times now. So I did miss some of my haul, but I'm not going to pull it out. It's just I got the beads in for Hana and Tala for the 3 from Bella Filipina. I also got the beads in for Titan and the other one, that's Pontis and Thalassa, the 2 male merman designs from Bella Filipina. I got the beads in for those. I've also picked out some fabric for them. I'll show them next time because I can't reach them. I don't want to go out of the camera view. That arm's got to go. Apart from that, it's been, you know, dealing with your kids being sick, finally them being better, and they're both at school today, which is just fantastic. The only thing left for me to talk about now is I am organising a retreat with Cat Stitch and Nara's Crafts. We have already got the venue all sorted. We're just doing all the finalisation of all those details. We're well on the way with getting the boogie. We're going to dance, I guess. The goodie bags together for the retreat. It's a lot of fun putting it all together and doing all the arranging. We've got separate email address all set up for it. We have a separate bank account which 2 people are signing for it, so it's all safe and secure and very transparent. All 3 of us organisers will be able to view that at any time. We have a couple of people lined up for helping on the weekend, one of them being my eldest daughter. She's looking forward to helping out with raffles and spot prizes, and yeah, she's coming up with some neat ideas on how we're going to work with that. We're going to obviously have a brag table, we're going to have a viewer's choice, a freebie table, we're having a few vendors. Yeah, we are really looking forward to. We've got a long way into the organisation, and hopefully things will go nice and smoothly. Happy to answer any questions that any of you have, and I'm absolutely having a ball working with Nara and Kat and getting all this together, and both you ladies are absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting new stitchers if you're starting off new, and I'm looking forward to meeting old friends. I'm looking forward to meeting friends that I've been talking to or video chatting with for ages, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with them in person. That's going to be the best part. And yeah, it's given me something to do while not being able to go to work, and that's always a good thing. It's given me something to focus on. Apart from that, the only other thing I have to say is, Judy, from an Aussie in a Kiwi world, I'm not naughty. It's your fault, really. She'll get the joke. But we love her anyway. And Nicola, you can keep your eyes open, it's okay. Just let yourself go. It's alright, you'll be forgiven. And so everyone, yes, I think that's probably about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and leave me a message. Tell me what you think. And apart from that, yeah, keep warm, keep cool, depending on where you are in the world. And happy stitching to you all. And for now, that's a toodle pip.